What's up, Xbox Has No Games Podcast, Negative Zero. We don't do all that episode shit. Um, I'm here with my, no, I'm saying here with my brother, Other Zink. What's good with you?
Chilling, man. Chilling the most. You know me. Glad to represent the chat. I see some real live dogs in this chat. My boy Ramo is in there. That's why he said, kill him, man. We don't be bullshitting. That's one of the reasons I am the way I am now, man. It's just, I get tired of, it's no more Mr. Nice Guy. I'm not going to be cordial anymore ever again because people like Colin Moriarty and, bullshit shows, Greg Miller show, he ain't shit. And it's time somebody start telling them, if they ain't shit, they ain't shit. And, but you can't just say somebody is some trash and not have a reason. You have to spell it out for them. Why you some trash? You know?
Yeah. And shout out to Xbox, Four Guys with Quarters. I was on here this week. You can watch it on my channel, watch it on their channel, all their channels. Um, I was shocked. I came out the bullpen. Like my Dodgers is fucking up right now. Uh, I need Mike come out the bullpen and hit the batter up. Um, I came out the bullpen to my brothers and everything, and go check them out. Go check out even though they have a podcast tonight, go check out the Dragons Den podcast. Shout out to my brother 108 Dragons TV. Even though we cuss each other out every week, that's what we do. And Livewire's in the building, everybody. He's on time for the first time in about like 17 weeks. But he's not on the mic. 'Cause guess what he's watching? Netflix. Um, but
Yeah, man, that four guys with quarters, I jumped in there
mm,
and that was a good show. PTK held it down. I like listening to PK. Uh,
mm,
PK is pretty good. PK Entertainment.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I said, man, shout out to Sensei. Um, shout out to Sonic. Um,
Sleepy Goblin
Shout out, yep,
2D,
Sleepy Goblin.
Six
Shout out to
Slayer.
I'm trying to Six Layer. That's on everybody's podcast but his own. Um uh it was my man, I don't know how to say his name. I'm just gonna post his name because I don't want to disrespect nobody's name. But
Sonic
shout out.
Echo X.
Shout out to everybody. I appreciate everybody coming through. I know it's late night.
Ramo say, how about me? He
Hmm.
must have missed the intro when I shouted him out because he is a real damn dog. And a lot of the things that I say in the show, he'll say it. And I say, oh, I'm going to say that shit the next time I get on 100 show. I will actually go and write this shit down. He come up with some stuff, man. But, he's like me. He's a lifer. He's game since forever, and, we just don't forget where we come from.
Yeah, like I said, shout out to everybody. I try to show everybody love. I want to show you love in the comment section. You don't have to super chat me. You don't have to do none of all that other crazy shit that they ask for. If you do it, it's appreciated. But if you don't do it, we don't care. We just don't care. I'm just happy I got my man's on. It's hard to get him on because he get handcuffed and shit.
Agreed.
Thank God I ain't married right now. I love you, baby, but I ain't know you, boo. You know what I'm saying? If you listening to this shit, cause your daughter be listening to this shit. But
Vodka in the house.
yeah, we got Vodka in the building, and the crew probably gonna pop in. So what you want to talk about? Let's talk about
Oh, you
anything you
shouldn't
want
have
to talk
started
about.
with me because Six Slayer said, damn, he's starting already. We might as well keep it up. This guy, oh no, it's Alex, right? Oh no, it's Alex. You
No,
know,
I don't know what that dude is, but we can
okay.
talk about him.
Okay, we could talk about it. Oh no, it's Alex. So oh no, it's Alex. He'll have a podcast. It's pretty good.
Mm.
And he'll shut some people down on some crazy stuff, right? So this time he shot down Saltiest Gaming on his on because he and Colin got into it. Colin came on the show and Saltiest Gaming fronted him out. Okay. And kind of said, hey, you know, you don't even play Xbox. How you gonna have such strong opinions and you don't play Xbox? Well, Alex didn't like that, and Alex jumped down his throat, put a show up about him. And I don't have no beef with Alex, but this time Alex is wrong. And you know me from listening to me here, I don't like Saltiest Gaming. Well, it's not that I don't like him. I just don't. He's kind of like crap. It's not like if I came across him in the
It's clickbait.
clickbait. There you go. It's like that. So I don't have a beef with him, personally, but that fake content. That's something that I don't agree with. Like I talked about my boy Ramo and a few other guys that I roll with. We've been gaming too long, and we don't like you shitting on the industry just because you making money off YouTube now. Why don't you make your money by being realistic? Especially if you're talking about this industry that I like the most, even more than sports. But back to Oh No, It's Alex. So Oh No, It's Alex, he went off on Saltiest Gaming. And I want to preface this by saying, like I said, I'm not a fan of Saltiest Gaming, and I'm not defending. I'm not, what's up? And I'm not defending Saltiest. But this time Saltiest was right talking about Colin. So Oh No, It's Alex tried to defend Colin by saying Colin said that he's uh, a gaming analyst. Okay. And then he tried to list his credentials, Colin's credentials, by saying how many years he worked at IGN. Well, like I said before, you don't have to have a marketing degree like myself. All you have to do is be able to see through the bullshit. And a lot of us have seen through the years the bias IGN carries, right? So you can't.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you live. Yeah. So we know IGN is full of shit. And to prove IGN, on at least in my theory and others' theory, everybody that leaves IGN winds up creating a Sony podcast. Okay, so that is not a barometer of expertise that he worked at IGN for 6 years. Now let's get more poignant to what Saltiest was talking about and how he fronted Colin off. And to be more specific, like when people try and say, we might as well name some names here, like Slow Mo Backslap, he tried to tell us what Colin meant. Now, we can comprehend, okay? Comprehension is not a problem I have, all right? I know what the fuck Colin said. In fact, Colin would double down. Let's be specific on Colin. Colin said, Microsoft has done nothing to very little with the companies that they acquired. Okay, Colin, let's spell some of this shit out, right? Microsoft created Turn 10. Okay. Hey, Colin, Turn 10 grew to $1 billion franchise before they acquired Playground Games, before they had an interview process and say, hey, we're going to create this game Forza Horizon. Let's deviate from the realistic process of Forza Motorsport and let's make a different game. Who are we going to get to do this? They interviewed a few studios. They selected Playground Games. Okay. Playground Games said, hey, yeah, okay, that's cool. Dan Greenwald said, hey, you know what? You just make the world, you use our cars. Okay. We put our cars in there. We're going to show you how to use this engine. Hey, Colin, you want to talk about cultivating and building a studio? What is Playground Games doing now? From Forza Horizon to Forza Horizon 5. How does that look, Colin? When has PlayStation done some shit like that, Colin? Okay. Gran Turismo has been with Sony forever. What have they branched off and done like Forza Horizon, Colin? Hey, I got more Colin shit. I could keep this shit going all day. Okay. My thing is about Colin, just like people want to revert back to 2013 when they don't understand what the hell Microsoft was doing in 2013, because what they did in 2013, they're doing it today. They just changed it up. Okay, I'm gonna talk about Colin as long as I'm on this damn show. Okay, so YouTube better ban 100 Intromediate Gaming because I'm gonna be on his ass just like everybody talked that 2013 shit. I'm gonna be on this for the next 10 years because it's 10 years worth of content in that 15-minute clip. Oh, and oh no, as Alex said, this guy chopped up Colin's what Colin was saying to prove a point. If you let Colin play the everything he and his team, and I'm gonna get his team too, he and his team that they said, everything that they said, oh, it's way worse than somebody chopping it up. And they doubled down on every stupid ass thing they said. I got some more Colin shit. I'll pull it out later. I'll pull it out, hey, in the next segment of bullshit that we're gonna talk about today. Go ahead, Hunter.
Hey, Colin, I'm gonna tell you right now, you will never get invited on my show because you're a pony.
Oh no, Hunter,
He's
let
a
that
pony.
nigga come over here if he want
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
Okay,
He's a
please let
he's
him come up in here. Let
salty.
any of them cats
Salty
come.
got
Let them come.
salty got fanboy. That's what he got. He got fanboy.
Hey, I
He ain't never
apologize,
been.
Hunter. Let me jump in one more time.
No.
The one thing that I'm mad about Saltiest Gaming and Saltiest know this. So I'm not saying nothing behind Saltiest back because I said it on Next Gen show. Next Gen had a show and he would had that fraud ass Optimus Code on trying to battle Post Up. And I saw Saltiest Gaming in the chat, and I literally said this. I said, Saltiest, get your punk ass out of this chat. You let Colin punk you. And then you apologized. I never saw Saltiest name again throughout that chat. I'm pissed that he wrote an apology letter to this dude. I'm like, man, how much ass are y'all kissing here? You
That's the
know?
thing. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a buck. 100 it can I know certain people something just like Flip Money Online right here. Flip Money Online. Introduce yourself. You know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, it's
Yeah,
money making flip.
yeah,
But we know folks. I mean, we don't p- promote it or say stuff like shit that we don't. Ain't nobody's business. But Salty went on there and thought it was going to be a pony kiss assing, and it wasn't. And he still, what's that? Culinary, whatever his fucking name
Colin
is.
Moriarty.
Yeah, whatever his fucking ass name is. He thought that he was going to be on his team, and it got turned. The
Yeah.
tables got flipped.
Yeah.
The
No, the
tables got
tables
flipped
got flipped on Colin.
because
Be-
yeah, because he is. Thing about it, Colin should have known when he got in that bad boy.
Bitch.
He should have known who you messing with. I'm not coming in nobody's podcast unless I know who I'm dealing with.
hmm
I'm gonna do my research. I
Oh,
got
you
to
talking
sit
about
there.
that salty shit?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, did you see it when it's Alex dogged out Saltiest?
Listen, I watched the first one. I watched when Fertinga did it. That shit was
What
funny,
happened?
bro. No, he did it first. So all right, so Alex actually put up a video where it was like an actual like
right,
concise video. It was like 15 minutes. But
hmm
Fertinga, I forget Fertinga, was it Fertinga plays or Fertinga something?
hmm
The dude who always does the pony salt being addicted to like people being addicted to pony salt shit.
hmm
His name is Fertinga. Yo, his
I
shit
haven't
be
seen him.
you gotta watch it, yo. His shit be
Okay.
funny as fuck, bro. But anyway, so he went on for like
Oh, you talking about
5 hours just kicking this nigga back in, yo, for 5 hours, yo.
Kicking who's back in?
Saltiest game. Like
Okay.
he kicked his back in for
he gave
five
he gave
straight
he
hours.
dog walked his ass.
Oh, bro, it was crazy, yo.
He dog
I gotta
Like
walked.
see this
it
dude.
would cause oh no, Alex. To be honest, his was more. It, he kind of didn't kill Salty like that
Mm-mm.
because
He didn't murder him.
he didn't show all the shit that like, because mind you, this went on like their podcast was on for an hour, with Colin
Colin.
Moriarty,
Mhm.
and the first I think 20 minutes, 15 minutes, Salty was just like he was just making himself look bad. He looked like a fucking idiot, but
Mhm.
he didn't know what he was talking about. Like, bro, he was like, I'm so prepared. It'd be like if it was like watching somebody come into class talk brag about how they're so ready to ace this math test and do somehow ended up with a negative 17. I was like, damn, nigga, you should have at least got the zero. How the fuck you end up with negative 17? He was like, because he spelled his name wrong somehow. Like, this shit was bad, bro. Like
Mhm.
Colin dragged his ass all over his podcast, make that motherfucker bend the knee and then pray to
Damn.
Jesus. That's why he
And
had
you
to do
know
that
what?
apology letter because
And
he looked like a fool. He
and
looked
that's one of the
crazy
reasons
on that
I'm
shit.
mad live because I didn't get a chance to see the podcast. All I
Oh
see
no.
are bits and pieces
Well, that's what
from
I'm saying.
what
Fertinga put it
people
up
caught.
and he played the whole shit. Like, cause
No
all right, oh
shit.
no, so
I gotta see
oh no,
this.
Alex, right? He took the copy of it before
Hmm.
Salty pulled it down. So I guess they could
Oh.
take because he figured
Hmm.
because I guess when he was listening to it, he's like, oh no, this motherfucker ain't gonna keep this shit up. He's getting his ass kicked. I'm about
Hmm.
to record all this shit. So that's what he did. He
Hmm.
recorded and then he
Wow.
gave it to Fertinga. That's why Fertinga played it for like I mean it's an hour, but he every time he said something stupid, he was just like, look at this motherfucker right here. Like that shit was crazy as hell. He was like, "This is what happens when you so
You,
dumb you can't even see it. He can't
Damn.
even see how stupid he is." It's like, yeah, shit, crazy,
And he
bro.
let my thing is
I
why
kind
you
of
let
agree
my
with I agree with what other things did. You know what? He should have never bent the knee. He should have stuck with his gun.
Yep.
What's his name? Oh boy. He should have listen here. He
Saltiest.
he he had every right that Salty had every right to have Colin asshole Mari, the one with the picture that I put up where he like he rubbing his body all over with lotion and shit.
that was you
Yo,
want to say
he should
you
have
right
just
me
stuck it
wrong.
to him. He should have stuck it to him, man. Yo, you want to know where it's messed up at? It's messed up when he
I'm gonna put it in the
apologized.
chat.
He shouldn't have did that.
Hmm. Hmm.
He shouldn't have never apologized. He should have stuck with his gun because the stuff that he was saying, I heard some of it, not the whole thing, but the stuff that he was
Hmm.
saying was true though. He called
Right.
him
All right.
out.
Right. That corner that I heard from Oh No, It's Alex show. All of that, Saltius was actually right. And Colin was stumbling around trying to give out his credentials and talk about he's a video game analyst. You ain't shit. Dude, you ain't
He's not.
analyzing
He's
a
not.
damn thing.
For one, he's not an analyst no more. He's not even a.
I
I
don't know
don't consider
Never
what the
him.
hell he
was.
is.
I don't consider
He
him a
never
journalist
was.
just because you got. I got to respect if you got a degree.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got to respect if you got a degree, but you ain't doing journalism. You're doing clickbait bullshit. That's what you're doing. Just like a whole lot of people that's doing
Hmm.
it, and it's from all the communities. They do it. All of them do it. Cause I listened to some shit earlier today, and I'm like, this morning, I'm like, damn, they ain't got nothing to do with what you just said. But that's how the world works now. But should we go down that path of unrighteousness? No, I'm not going down that path of unrighteousness. I'm not going to make a clickbait title. Because if I put this way, if I change this title right now and saying Xbox got no games, we all going to PlayStation, we'll have about 300 people in this motherfucker.
It'll be more than that.
And they will
Be
sit
going
there like
crazy.
he finally found the truth. They don't understand that.
Rocker, why your little head ain't in here?
All right. Yeah, Flip, I text you the link too, so you can send it to Bone. I tried
Yeah,
to
I saw
send
it.
it to.
I got it. I got it. I got it.
Yeah, I
I got it.
couldn't do it through the
I can't. Oh, you want? Oh, you want me
whatchamacallit.
to play it? You want me to play
No,
it?
no. I mean, you could play some of it, but
All right, I'll play it. I got it. I got it. I didn't know if you wanted to play. You didn't say play it. I got it. I want to pull this off. I know how to do it.
I agree with
Damn,
six
that's it.
Slayer.
That's it. Damn, motherfucker went 6 hours against his ass. Can I cut? What's the cuts? Let me see. I can cut it up, but I don't know. Tell me when to cut it up, cause I can cut it up on YouTube. I don't know when to cut
What
it
you
up. I was
mean?
gonna
What
let
you
the
mean
motherfucker
vodka van
play.
at the end? What you mean?
I was finna let the motherfucker play. Fuck it. Oh shit.
Yeah, Vodka is
So
right,
that
man.
shit. That man went 6 hours on that guy. We just gonna let it. I'm gonna put it in a couple. I put it in like 12, 20 minutes in.
I'll wind up listening to that whole thing
I
this
can't. I
week.
ain't got 6 hours in me.
Man, whenever I'm doing
Uh,
something around, I can listen to it. I had that mug on like the damn radio.
and I
Yeah.
don't hope. I hope he don't. He don't copyright it, brother.
Well, then
I
don't
don't own
play it
nothing because I
too
don't. I
much
don't.
of it.
I don't what you call it my shit. So I'm sharing it now. Can y'all see it?
I fucking forget. I'm so bad with this. From Baz Gaming,
Can y'all hear it?
able to make
A
Barely.
little.
from okay, pounds. Currently 1:30 a.m. in the morning. Also, Frit, what's the full specs on your PC? I have a
Yeah, we could barely hear it. I know they could barely hear it.
I
You
gotta
gotta turn
turn
it
it. I
up.
gotta turn it up.
32 gigs of RAM, overclocked to
Oh.
I can't give you those exact OC specs that
I
you
said
need.
turn the volume
Si-
up.
There we go.
si-
I
I
got
just
a
turned it up.
i7. I have a 3080. I'm still only running on 16 gigs of RAM. I should up that.
So can
I
y'all
got
hear it?
M.2 NVMe.
yeah.
I got Evo EVGA 850 watt
And this is
PSU
not my
Yeah.
footage. It's
modular.
all what's his name.
Um,
Y'all give him the shout out because
not
I
really
don't want no
much to
try
it
to
other than
copyright
the
strike me
processor
or
and the
none of that.
GPU, which basically make it what it is, make it the beast it is.
I just want to let you guys know that I try to keep it real here. Lots of people think that I'm a PlayStation fanboy, but if
Oh my god.
I took my head off to slap it a bit. Oh, let me. Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. Hey, don't worry about it, Sugo. Sorry if you can't stay because it's late. Have a good night. Thank you for dropping in. A snowball is a very good. The salt kosher. Some people think I'm a PlayStation fanboy, but I wonder why that might be. I wonder why that might be, Saltiest.
if I was a PlayStation fanboy, I wouldn't be calling one of the most popular PlayStation content creators out. I just feel like
Bullshit. Ponies do it all the time. Did you not see what they did when God of War was announced to be for PS4? They went straight to the fucking developers and started bitching to them. Like, even though they were. Did you see how mad they got at. Who was it? The guy that worked on God of War. What's his fucking name? Whatever. Forget his fucking name. He complimented Skyrim and the ponies lost their shit. I mean, come on. Saltiest. Why would a PlayStation fanboy talk down to and confront somebody that makes
They
a
said
certain way? Because he has a batshit
this guy
crazy
said the
ass
N
mind.
word.
That's
They
why.
said this guy's a
I think
racist.
that's
I
what
saw
we
that
Yeah.
discussed
Phil's
on
blue eyes
Salty's
said
Gaming
that.
podcast.
Yeah,
We see things that happen.
don't
That
know.
wasn't
I
even
ain't
a
never
planned
heard him because I
topic
don't
with
watch
what
his
happened with
motherfucking
Colin.
channel.
So we're going to discuss it. Long
It
story
wouldn't be.
short,
I wouldn't be
Colin has
surprised
a
if he
podcast.
is.
I have the uncut
I don't.
version. And then we
I'm
We're
have
not.
gonna.
We're
I'm
so
talking
gonna.
what
about
I'm
happened
gonna be
content.
is
real.
We're
I'll
using this
share my
content.
screen right now so you
We're
guys
not
can
using it.
OJ,
We're not
story
using it
time with
because if he did
Saltiest.
say something,
We get the most fair and the most non-biased point of view of the whole situation. Woo! Who's excited for that? Me. It's not like Saltiest Gaming is totally not going to make things swing in his favor. Shout out to the nearly 400 who are watching. We're barely starting, guys. It's a bad stream. It's a fucking bad stream. So get prepared. Just sit
but my
tight.
thing is, he
I know
went
it's been
6
a
hours
slow
on this
build, but
dude.
just wait. Just like with Dealer Gaming versus Oh No It's Alex, it's a slow burn. Just wait for it.
on. So we had a fan respond.
Yeah, we gonna have to
Yo,
speed
look,
through that shit.
everybody, it's Argo.
Yeah, we gonna.
He's the
Yeah.
a guy from
Yeah, I'm
Cause I'm
here.
gonna
I'm
do it.
reading a couple of the guys saying
first-hand experience.
whatever
I can tell
about
you
this
for a
guy.
matter of fact, like I can tell.
I don't know about the dude.
And so
Sorry.
I don't want fanboy. I mean, first of all, defining Duke.
This is
can do
6
whatever they want.
hours.
Mhm.
So there we have a completely decentralized system, and So, for instance, I have a real beef with Jeff Grubb. I don't know if you know him from Venture.
Oh, thank you. I have beef with him too, Colin. A lot of people don't like Jeff Grubb. And I'm going to keep that
I
name in
don't
my
like
head
Jeff
so I remember
Grubb.
what the subject is because I'm going to go take a piss. So, chat, do your thing. Give me a few seconds. I'll be right back.
Oh, he like
But
doing
y'all
it.
can't. Y'all get these dudes 20,000 hits for bullshit. I need to
I'm
go
one of
back
those
to being a
people, I
motherfucking
guess.
crim side
I mean,
dude.
I like laughing at the console wars, but you like participating in it. It's weird to me. I don't know.
I told you this is where the money
$5
at.
from God Howard.
This is where the money
Fine.
at.
In that case, have you played Fallout?
Lie, what part is it when you talking about that dude?
You know,
I
God
I said I
It's
told
too
Bone to
long.
skip ahead. No, skip ahead.
Nope.
Why
I
you
did.
keep on saying?
Man, I'm over 2 hours long.
Yeah,
Like
he,
going.
bro. It's an hour podcast. He
This
goes
This is
through
a
the.
6-hour podcast.
Right.
No,
because
what
they-
I'm saying is
they
the
very
podcast that he's
wisely, at least
analyzing
now,
is
said
an
that They're
hour.
going to let Bethesda continue to be like a
Where's
sub.
that?
By the
Tell me
way,
the time.
Bro,
the reason I want to bring this entire
scrub
clip up,
through it.
this
What part of scrub
Man, I've
through it?
been
You can
scrubbed.
forget.
I went.
No,
mushroom.
yo,
Bob,
yo,
you
Flip,
mean you got to scan
Flip.
through the joint? You got to
Yeah,
scan
like
through it,
what the?
Bob.
I
Flip,
tell you
Flip,
I
what,
can't
got-
even go scan through this shit on
Yo,
the interweb.
I'll
listen,
scroll
listen.
through that thing during the
Hold
week.
up, hold up, Flip. What's wrong with your boy?
Huh?
This shit ain't
Why-
easy. I ain't professional.
Let
What's
me
going
see what
on?
you're
I
talking
don't
about.
give
Let me
a
see what
fuck.
you're talking about.
This
Hold
shit
on.
is
Let me
6
see what
hours.
this is. All right,
This
we're
shit
gonna
is
keep
6
talking.
hours.
Wow. Hold on. Go.
Hey, my audience.
All right,
Go
we're
ahead.
gonna
Man, I'm cutting
continue
this shit
on.
off.
Turn it off. I'm
I'm cutting this
gonna
shit
see
off, man.
if I can scan
Fuck
through
that
that shit.
Man, I
I'll
ain't
see
finna
if I
go
can
through
scan
that
through that shit,
bullshit.
man.
Hey,
Man,
well,
fuck
Hunter,
talk.
man, look, sometimes, Hunter, you have to see what other people are saying. And then
Yeah.
you have to hold their damn feet to the fire. Okay? Because sometimes, man, and this is where people get misinformation from. And it's one of the
I think that, like I said, sure, but what is that? I wish I had cocaine. Oh yeah, bro. Oh, entertain
It's
my
like-
audience. Go ahead. He took some parts out that you didn't like, and you blasted him. You said,
Oh, this is yeah. He goes there.
"No, what do you think this is? Somebody who takes money from people to have integrity."
Shit, y'all can hear that?
Not want to be
Yeah, I
Yeah, I can hear.
misrepresented.
Yeah, we could
Turn
hear.
your motherfucker, put your goddamn headset up. Turn your headset up.
Hold
Turn
on,
your
no, I
headset
meant
up.
to.
I don't want you talking.
Now I meant to put y'all on mute while I scan through it. Damn.
Okay, go ahead and put us on mute then. We still live?
Oh, grammar.
Yeah, but 100, like I was saying though, sometimes you have to hear these people out, and that's the one thing. I'll listen to what you have to say, but sometimes you get what you're talking about, 100. Sometimes you get so far in your bullshit, you can't listen to somebody anymore. Like I can't listen to Crap Gamer no more for nothing. Okay, because his shit is so much bullshit. I'm like, okay, if I keep listening to this, I'm gonna become stupid. So
Yeah,
I'll just turn them.
Yeah, but his whole thing is he's not even being honest no more. So it's
That's
nothing.
that's my thing.
That's the thing. Like he has no
Yeah.
what he's talking about has no value because he will literally
Exactly.
say it doesn't matter what game. Like it could be an Xbox game that comes out gets a 94, and he'll be like, "Well, this game is shit and boring because of something. Like the intro takes too long. It'll be something stupid, and you just be like,
Right.
you're not even trying to have integrity. You just want to shit on Xbox now because."
Right.
You can't you lost your audience and you feel that people turn their backs on you, but it's because your content's flipped. Like bro, like that it ain't you know what I mean? Like it would be like what was
That's
that
a
shit?
great point, Live Wise. Go ahead.
It would be like a Republican, talking all this crazy shit. Oh, Trump is this and Trump is that and he's amazing and and 4 more years, and then all of a sudden he's like, well, Trump ain't shit, and we need to, do more stuff lockstep with the Democrats. You don't think the Republicans that are diehard for that guy are going to look at this dude and be like, you're fucking nuts? You know what I mean? Like that's what's gonna happen. Like, and it would be no different if it was a Democrat the other way around. Like,
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah, totally flip flop with zero value, you know. And sometimes I like to hear people that think they right and are absolutely wrong. And the thing that gets me the angriest is when they have this massive ass audience and you have this enormous audience. So now you hear people going through podcasts you like saying this dumb shit. Well, you come here, you gonna get the truth about it. Let's go back to another Colonism from this 15-minute segment that he had on this show as he bashed the shit out of Microsoft. He said Sony is more strategic in their acquisitions and their moves than Microsoft. Okay, let's take that, Colin. Sony pays $250 billion for 1% of Epic. Microsoft in turn pays $345 billion to buy Gears. Hey, Colin, how good is your return on investment, dumbass? Since he's an analyst and he's so fucking strategic, and this is what I'm tripping on. Oh no, it's Alex about, and I don't have any beef with him, but he's just wrong on this one when he's saying how Colin's credentials. Hey, and then Colin tried to say, and I have stock in Microsoft. Colin, just because your financial advisor told you Microsoft is an excellent long-term investment doesn't make you smart. Okay, if you think I put it to you this way, this will simplify what I said real quick. Okay, let's take it again. Colin said Sony's moves are more strategic. Okay, Sony invested $250 billion in 1% of Epic. Okay, 1%. Microsoft buys the Gears franchise from Epic for $345 million. Okay, 250 million and 345 million. Okay, for Gears. Gears is $1 billion franchise. Gears is a cash cow to Microsoft. Gears is a gift that keeps on giving. Okay, so with the money you have, the income you have from Gears, you can build other things through Microsoft. Okay, that's just one of their $1 billion franchises. Now let me simplify this. When you invest in 1%, let's put it this way. Okay, you have kids. All right, you want to leave your kids ownership. You want to leave your kids, say, hey, Timmy, Johnny, Markel, look, I left you this land. You have, I left you 100 acres. Okay, you have land, right? It's not that, well, you have 1% of this land here, so you don't own it. You don't solely own it. You have to share this with the McCoys, the Hatfields and the McCoys. It's a joint thing. No, ownership is best. It's always best. It's like my daughter. My daughter was 4 years old, 3 or 4 years old, and she said, Dad, I want to be a pizza maker. I said, okay. I said, instead of being a pizza maker, I'd rather you own the pizza establishment. Okay. Ownership is key, Colin. Let's keep on with Colin here. Let me give you one more Colin, because I have a million of them. Colin says, let me see, let me get a decent one here. Colin says, hey, Colin says Sony is more strategic than Microsoft in their moves. So Sony goes and tries to buy exclusive rights to Starfield. Phil say, oh yeah, I'll buy ZeniMax for $1,000, Jim. I'll buy ZeniMax. Sony say, what's ZeniMax? ZeniMax is the company that owns Starfield.
Found it.
Jim, get the fuck out of here. Okay. So, Colin, how strategic is Sony, Colin? What do they own? Nothing. Hey, I got some more colonisms. Y'all could go now. Y'all go.
Yeah,
Well,
Because
I
I could do
found
this
it.
shit all damn night.
yeah, I'm gonna say.
If y'all
Go
want to
ahead,
hear
bro.
it, I
Go ahead,
found
bro.
it. I found it when he was saying
Okay.
I respect.
Is the stream over? Oh man, it's the climax. Sorry, no, you climax in a white, so you're okay. I mean, that's just I'm starting to see little swirly patterns and mandalas. So
I don't know if y'all can hear it.
So I finished Saltiest Dream. It was bad. So here, let me explain.
David Jaffe's in the chat. Hold on.
You know who that is?
Oh my.
Do you not know who that is? David Jaffe is another person in the industry. Right? Protego. Okay. Now, I didn't want to suck him off too much because, like, as of today, he's like
What?
a loser. But
Yeah, he said what he said.
But David Jaffe.
It's a little ad for this.
Not only
Because he was saying I don't hate him or some shit.
Oh, David Jaffe. Oh, he's another God of War creator. So we have Gian. No. He's not the only God of War creator ponies have gone after. No, it was another guy named Scott something. But more than like that. He created God of War and he created fucking Twisted Metal. Like this guy is, a legend in the industry. He's a loser now, but he's a legend in the industry.
Had to skip past a lot of that shit because a lot of that shit.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, I don't agree with that shit.
They was on
God of War.
They was talking about sucking dick or some shit, so I had to skip.
Yeah.
God of War is not my
did
game. God of War is not my game, and I'm not a David Jaffe fan. But you make some shit that everybody is talking about. You got to leave that dude alone. That he created a fucking game, a great game. And this, I'm not even a God of War fan.
Still
But
talking about sucking his dick.
you can't say he ain't. Oh well.
We still want some sucking his dick shit. I don't know what's going on.
Well, mute his ass then. Hey, one of the guys in the chat, Sekiro King Cypher.
Sekiro, don't even.
No, it's cool. He said no. I'm glad he said this. He said, "Oh my God, that was 2 weeks ago." Other Zinc, laugh out loud. Here's the thing, Sekiro King Cypher. I'm tired of being nice with everybody, dude. If everybody shut their fucking mouth talking about 2013, when actually 2013 for Xbox was fucking great, just because they don't know what marketing or true business is, because it was 2 shows in 2013. It was a show for investors and people like us that put on full display all that this Xbox One can do. Okay. And a lot of us like picture in picture. I used to play a game and watch a college football game that I really didn't care about that much, but I love college football. It's the ultimate team sport with the most pageantry. So I would watch a college football game and play a game, right? Until the game I wanted to see came on. So they showed you that. And then meanwhile, they showed you some of Forza. Everybody was bitching, talking about they show TV. Shut the fuck up. Okay, TV. No, they showed you what a console could do. Then when E3 finally kicked off, they ain't show y'all shit but games, but nobody remembers this shit. And then the biggest thing was everybody was bitching at Microsoft, talking about this always online, and they were going to check that you're always online. I'll sacrifice some privacy because what they were going to give us, and this is not some insider bullshit, this is straight from Microsoft's mouth. You buy one frigging game, and you could share it with 9 friends. That's what they were going to do. So everybody says, how 2013 was so terrible when Sony gave you a bootleg ass Defender arcade game. What was it? Resogun, and gonna try and pass this bullshit off as some AAA game. Man, get the fuck out of here.
What I want to say is the biggest crime was that the media started a lot of this shit.
They started this shit live.
see what the media did was they had a stone and they threw it at the window and it cracked. And then they turned around and then act like it wasn't their fault. And then when everybody else started throwing rocks, they were like, "Oh, I don't. Well, it's it's the gamers that want this because they're the ones that push the narrative of TV.
Yeah.
And why didn't they show games? But you know why? Because when PlayStation would do the same type of thing, they'd be like, "Well, fans don't know that this is not that type of event." Because remember, at the PlayStation event, they literally came out and were like, "We got these numbers and these more numbers and other numbers on the other numbers." They weren't showing games; they were talking about numbers, and then they were like, "PS4 is this." You know what I mean? Like, but the narrative was so much like Xbox is doing TV, and then when they actually did show games, they were kind of like they shitted on Rise. And
they clearly shitted on Rise, and now today they want to say how great Rise was. I was there when y'all were bitching about it,
but they were shitting on it before they even got a chance to play the final version of it. So they were already mad at the game before they even played it.
And never
live. Did this hit live?
I've seen it with gaming identity. I've seen it with gaming happen too, and it's just bizarre. It happens too much.
It's after this. He clicked the button like, man, this nigga talking again.
You don't listen. I'm just some random idiot on the internet. Don't pay attention.
Oh, this is when he was talking about how he met him.
I have a lot of friends who are either Hispanic or they're black, and I'm Hispanic, right? I'm Latino. I'm Puerto Rican. And it's like all they talk about is Latino issues, Latino things, Latino whatever. It's like all these people talk about is black this, black that. Like I only shop at black owned businesses. I only do this, like black this, black that, like black everything. It's like honestly, me, like I said, I grew up in New York City, and I've been a Latino my entire life. Do I identify as a Latino? 100%. Am I Boricua de pura cepa? 100%. But bro, that's not my identity. Who I am is who I am, and it has nothing to do with where I grew up. It has nothing to do with where my heritage is. It has nothing to do with my skin color. It has nothing to do with my political leanings. It has nothing to do with my gaming preferences. Too many people identify their entire personalities based on their gaming preferences, based on their political leanings, based on their ethnicity, based on the color of their skin. It's can we just talk about who you are as a person, period? Yeah, I totally get
what you're saying. Go here trying to be passionate. He's a passionate gamer now.
Yeah, this is the whole different section though. That's
what the fuck is he talking about? He almost offended me.
Yeah, I don't.
Get the fuck out of here with that dude.
Yeah, I ain't with that political.
No, man, get the fuck out of here with that.
You can have
get out of here with that bullshit. He almost, hey man, that dude, he almost offended me. My boy is a Puerto Rican, Ramo, and I mean, that sound to me like a black person that's afraid to say, "Hey, I'm black." That's what that almost sounded like to me.
Well,
I don't know what he meant by that.
No,
if I have that guy on my podcast, I know what that guy is capable.
But I understand what he's saying. He's made it's the different. We're all black.
I almost understood it live, but he almost went a little bit too far with that.
Well, I mean, yeah, I know, I get it because them dudes is high as shit right now. So though they tell you that they're high, they're fucking high as shit. But what I understand what he's saying. He's basically saying Flip and Bone are black, but they don't necessarily have the same personalities.
We don't.
He's talking about he can't explain it. He's talking about personalities. Meaning you have somebody.
That's what it kind of. I kind of felt that's where he was going, and then he kept going, and I'm like, yeah, okay, but who you are. Me being black and briefly, I'm gonna say this, and we talk games here, but me being black, I know what my parents went through to get me here. Okay. And that is who you are. Okay. Now, how you play life out is a totally different story, but you have to have a base. And the level of education for my mother is where I am today. The logic from my dad is where I am today. That's who you are. And you better make the best of it, because they sacrificed a lot to get my black ass here, as his culture sacrificed a lot to get him where he is, whoever this guy is. And whoever taught him his Latino side, they taught him well, because I didn't know what he said, but that sounded like some well-spoken Spanish to me. Okay. And then he spoke fluent English. I only know one language. All right. So I hope he needs to settle that down a little bit.
If we're gonna talk that, is I live in LA. I get all the coach. I don't get the now. Only thing I don't get, Flip can say and Livewire can say and you can say, I don't get the Puerto Rican like that. But I get the Southerners and I get that. No, wait, we ain't talking. Fuck that shit. We ain't talking about this. Let's go back talking.
Yeah, let's get to some. Hey, let's get back to Sekiro. Sekiro King Cypher. Sekiro King Cypher. I saw that. I agree. I agree with you there, and I see what you're saying. It was 8 years ago, and they have to change their narrative, and they do. So yeah, I agree. I see where you were going with that.
Hang on.
When don't they change their narrative?
We ain't going there, Flip. We ain't going there with them, Flip. We ain't going with them. Let them motherfuckers have it. Let's talk about how they quote unquote bestseller, one of their best sellers.
What is this?
God of War going to PC.
Well, yeah, I'll let y'all go, because I could say something about that.
Hold on, nigga. Hold on. That's still on the same thing. What I'm saying, they always will change their narrative. They change the narrative. Listen here. Me and Livewire was in the party, and for the love of God, I don't know why these people on Twitter don't know how to write. But Crack Gamer, again, you know, they put him out there on saying, him and a lot of other people, well, it ain't never going to PC. This ain't never going to PC. Here you is with a video talking about, well, you can't hold a man to something that he said. I said that years ago. Hey, that was years ago. Motherfucker, was not years ago. That was months ago when you were talking about that. It was not years ago when you were saying this.
How funny is that, though?
Very
funny. Flip. How funny is it that he says that? Think about it. How funny is it that he says that?
And listen here, as funny as many gray hair I got on my beard. That's how funny it is, man. Like, come on, dog.
But that's the thing. It's hilarious that he says that. But in return, that's the same thing that they hold Microsoft to. They hold Microsoft to shit that happened in 2013 based off a narrative that they had to be told was a bad. Think about it. Me and my cousin, when we watched the Xbox premiere, we thought the first thing we saw was like, oh, okay, they're gonna have all these apps and shit like that. Great, because that's what the 360 was evolving into. All right, we never thought, oh, okay, they're not going to show no games, because it was a showcase, but it wasn't. It was a console showcase. It wasn't a gaming showcase. They said at the end, E3 is for the games. All right, cool. Right. We watched the games. And we were like, all right, let's pre-order our Xboxes. It wasn't. I didn't know nothing about the shit storm that was coming with all this shit, and until right before E3 had happened, and people they were just crying and bitching, and then you go to IGN, and then they're like, "Oh, well, this is trash and that is trash," and you're saying like, "What the fuck?" And you just start looking at the gaming sites. You be like, "What the hell is going on?" And then you look on YouTube, and then people are making all these ponies are coming out the woodworks, making all these channels about how Xbox sucks and shit, and now they blowing up in memory, because that's where you get what's that Fox dude? Fox something, Fox News. What's the black dude? Fox something Fox that came up.
You talking about
and BG
you talking about the guy? You talking about Stonefox Media? That motherfucker's
Stonefox.
asshole.
That motherfucker
Yeah.
came up. There was a couple other PlayStation dudes that seventh level and JTech
I remember
TV
that.
and freaking all these people built
Yup.
their channels off of hating on Xbox and shit like that.
Yup.
Fucking BG and the Weapon Wield and all that
Yeah.
other shit. You know what I mean?
They,
Like they built
yeah.
all their channels hating on
Some of them
Xbox.
need to shut the hell up.
And the thing was, it was at that time, it was cool to clown Xbox
Yes.
fans for liking Xbox. It didn't matter what the game was. You could say you liked Sunset Overdrive. You like, see, the narrative will switch every time. Oh,
Mhm.
Sunset Overdrive got a good score, but nobody bought it, so that game's trash. Nobody Halo got a good score, and but it didn't look like it sold as much as like Halo 3 or some shit. Oh, it's trash.
Mhm.
Freaking Forza. Oh, it got a good score, but what was it? They were like, oh, but it didn't have like, 'cause the media would be like, oh, well, it doesn't have what was it like? It has like 55 less cars or something like that. It's not like, it doesn't tell you it has 375 cars. It's like it has 55 less cars than the last game. And then the ponies come out, that game is trash, it's incomplete because it has 55 less cars. Like, it's all that kind of dumb shit that came out during that time. And then when it turns around and you're playing Forza, you're playing Titanfall, you're playing Rise of the Rome, you're playing Dead Rising,
Forza Motorsport 5 at 1080p 60 frames per second locked.
and when BG was over there playing Iron Bread and freaking Octodad,
Drive Club,
trying to hype up that, and not just him, it was him, it was a bunch of people.
Bunch of them.
Colin with Greg Miller over there completely ignoring all the Xbox games, talking about, man, you got to play that Resogun.
Yep,
Fucking
they were hyping that bitch up, dude.
Bro, that would be like God of War coming out and Xbox dudes talking about, man, you better play that Geometry Wars. What?
Right, great analogy.
I don't know what they
be like, man, I don't know what you talking about, man. You know, the God of War might have a lot of hack and slash. That Geometry Wars.
But it's like when I was reading the joint, I would tell you what he was saying and shit. I don't. The thing that I don't get is what he does. Like I believe you said this. Well, why couldn't he kept that same energy when he was doing it with the Xbox? Why did he switch over to the PlayStation side and they do all this trash PlayStation side, but trying to sneak their ass back in, but they fucked themselves up? The same energy that you have said about the PlayStation, you could have kept their goddamn energy when you with the Xbox. Now, I have no doubt that those dudes got.
Hey, Flip, this is Daddy Ryan.
But I'm saying though, I have no doubt in my mind that these dudes have the Xbox Series X. I'm just what it is that these fellas is trying to find a way to worm their way back in. Like I'm telling you, 1 week.
Hunter said they can't come back.
Good. 1 week, oh man, they did good.
He said we the Xbox police.
Fuck that. Fuck that. That shit is cool.
I own the man on responsibility.
I don't care. I don't care if they come back. You want me to tell you why I don't care?
You can't come back.
All that means is that you're giving Microsoft the money that you say that you wouldn't do. That's why I think it's funny. So if you want to come back and give Microsoft that money, go ahead.
Hey, 100, hold on, man. My turn. Hold on, my turn, 100. No.
Okay.
I ain't letting Flip get away with that shit. Nope. I ain't letting Flip get in with that shit. 100 holds the mantle of responsibility. Flip, you out of line. No way are they allowed to come back.
I gave him the mantle of responsibility. It was me.
Hey.
I was the Messiah.
Ain't nobody gave me stock. Took it.
Hey, Flip. Hey, Flip, did you hear what you just said? Did you hear what you just said? You said you don't mind if they come back because they giving Microsoft. Hey, Flip, let them work in secrecy. Okay, get them out of here. Don't need them. Hey, it's just like that cancer, man. You don't need it. Okay, don't need that cancer. Because when are they gonna flip flop again? Flip. When they gonna flip flop again? Can't trust them.
Let God of War Ragnarok come out. They back PlayStation motherfuckers. No, we ain't playing that shit, G.
Hey, and you know what? I'm mad. Hey, man, hold on. Hey, shout out to Hebot, but I'm about to get on Hebot.
What's up, Hebot?
When Live Wires was going off on the bullshit of 2013, Hebot said it lasted for a whole year. No, Hebot, no, partner, that shit's still going on today. No, it's still lasting today.
Yeah,
all right,
because-
and I know I'm tripping with Hebot. I know Hebot know it lasted for. It's still going on today, but
That's because the ponies keep on talking about Xbox touched me in 2013.
yes, they did. Now let me go. Let me go back off on. Let me go back to what Live Wires were talked about early. No, you're right. What Live Wires was talking about early, I wanted to jump on that, but I just wanted him to keep on going. Live talked about how he watched the E3 showcase in 2013. I was the same way. I'm like, man, this shit is badass. You know, I mean, everybody, I was fired up. My boys fired up. And all of a sudden, all of this hate came in. And all of this hate came in such a wave. I was honestly stung. I was like, what just happened? You know, it's like everything was going great. And then everything just got turned upside down. I mean, I go to Best Buy and people were hating on Rise and they never played it. And this is right before, and I told y'all this before, shit was just going wrong for me all over the place. And my boy Ramo, his ass is in the chat. He knew everything was fucked up, and that's when Big Ass Head was here. I told y'all about it when we were talking on Xbox Live this week, and you know, everything was going wrong for me. I didn't want to do shit, so I'm making all of these damn excuses as to why I couldn't go to Chicago to see Big Head. What's Big Head's name? Major Nelson. Why I couldn't go there and see this Xbox event. So I'm talking all of this shit. He on the phone, and all of a sudden, this motherfucker walks in the house like, hey, motherfucker, let's go. You know, and I'm like, oh, fuck it, gotta go now, you know? So we on our way to have a good time. But anyway, man, I was stunned by this, you know, and everybody wants to revert back to 2013 and say how terrible it was. I'm about to jump on everybody's boy Rand here in a minute. You know, I'm gonna have some Rand time because he contradicts himself just like Stephen A. Smith contradicts himself about Lamar Jackson every three seconds. Yes.
Fuck Stephen A. Smith. I'm a Raider fan. I cannot stand him.
I want other Zeke to get on the board that look like he keep people in his basement. Go ahead.
Okay, well, since Flip wants me to go back to Rand, let's go there. Okay, so I listen to him, and I always get a clip, so I'll listen to the clip, right? Just like I got the clip of when Colin Moriarty went crazy, and his team, and I got more Colin takes. But let's go to Rand. So he says, Jazz, you know what? Sea of Thieves could have been the savior for Microsoft. They have 24 million players, you know, so that maybe they're even better than Halo 5, Jazz. Hey, and you know, so hey, he said they have 24 million players, and what is this over like 2 or 3 years for Sea of Thieves? Well, see, Rand claims he knows so much, and he said it was, did Halo ever have 24 million players? Well, Rand, yes, they did. Since everybody want to bitch about what Phil says and hang off of every little word he says and twist his words, Phil Spencer told you that there were 31 million players before Halo 5 was 6 months old, Rand. See, I don't forget none of this shit. If it's important, I'll remember it. And hey, Rand, since you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, if you want to know how big Halo is compared to everything else, and the guy that I used to listen to all of the time, what's his name? Damn. And my boy Ramo, he used to get pissed when I was like, man, why are you listening to this dude? Hey man, yeah, when I'm not boomstick, Microsoft's marketing is terrible. Let's talk about what Halo is doing. This is how you know how much money Halo has made. Halo, and I talked about it with you guys 100 in the chat, party chat, that the Hoonigan team was contracted by Microsoft to build a functioning Warthog. They built a Warthog with 1,000 horsepower. This thing had to cost Microsoft $500,000 to make this damn truck. Because as they were going through the process, they showed you in increments how they built this thing and the measures they had to take in order to get it right. Okay, they spent a lot of money building this Warthog. That's marketing. And then they had a commercial with it. We see the commercial. It's a Windows 11 commercial with this one chick on there and this black guy that's dancing. And the Master Chief fires his gun and that Warthog is in the back on the top of a sand dune. That's marketing. Then you go to, hey, these jokers they made a graphics card that's with 117 on it that's have Halo's colors on it, elite controllers, the Xbox, all of these things, all of these events that they have. This stuff is a lot of money. That's how you know when something has made its money tenfold. They just throwing money at this product. Okay, that's how you know it made too much money. But yeah, $24 million in 2 or 3 years versus 31 million people playing in less than 6 months. Man, pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
I just gonna say one question. I got one question. Y'all can answer this question. How many billion-dollar franchises the motherfuckers got?
Just one in Gran Turismo.
Shout out to my man TK9. I rock out with my man.
Where TK in this chat too?
Nah, but I'm gonna shoot him. I'll give him a shout out anyway.
Man, that TK, I thought he'd be on the show. That motherfucker got to get on this show here.
That motherfucker
Hold on. I got to shout out to my good brother, man. My good brother that the reason why I'm associated with you retarded motherfucker on this podcast. Shout out to my good brother Big Kahuna in the chat, man. Shout him out. Big Kahuna, man. Big Kahuna, you need to get your ass on here, Big Kahuna.
Your ass is up. Get your ass out there. Get your ass out that goddamn party.
Ain't in no party.
Get your ass out the party. You ain't in no party. Get your ass in here.
Eating corn chips.
Kahuna.
Hey.
It wouldn't. I put this way. It wouldn't be no 100. Would not no Kahuna around. Because I took parts for everybody.
Hey man, I got this other one. And you talk about let's talk about you know what, I'm gonna give him to what's that guy's name in the chat? I'm gonna give him Colin. Sekiro King Cypher. Here's another Colinism for you. Okay. Colin says Microsoft can't cultivate franchises. They can't nurture franchises. And this came from Ramo here in the chat. He brought up, and I didn't forget about it, but he just reminded me of it and sent me a video because I hadn't got it yet for whatever reason. And it was about Forza Horizon. They spent 3 years in Mexico to make this freaking game. 3 years. They hired this one dude that does film, and he wants to get the Spanish language, the Mexican language correct. Okay. So, but before they brought this dude on, the guys from from Playground, they thought they had these Mexican names, right? So when they hired this guy, he was like, why do you guys have these Portuguese names here? And we were like, what the fuck? So he was like, hey, that's what turns me off. And this was a white dude from California. He said he lived right next door to 100, but this is white dude from California.
I believe it.
He specialized. It's true. He had a picture with 100. But anyway, he said, hey, this white dude, he said, when they don't have the culture right, it turns me off immediately, and I know it as soon as it happens. So he changed the names, and the Forza Horizon dude, he was laughing. He was like, "Hey, I didn't know that we picked Portuguese names, you know." But that's when you stand down when you hire someone to get your shit right. You know what I'm saying? So this just shows you how you cultivate a franchise, Colin, you jackass.
So Hebot said this. He said,
What the fuck Hebot say?
He say, I don't think Microsoft doesn't do commercials in theaters right. For one is, I'm gonna tell you, Hebot.
I couldn't even tell. I haven't been to a movie theater forever.
I don't go to the motherfucking movies. I got Cody. I ain't gonna lie. I don't go to the movies.
Hey, 100, 800. I know exactly what he's talking about.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't know.
Hey, I know exactly what Hebot is talking about. Okay, let's tell people again. Hebot said it's because they think because Microsoft doesn't do commercials in the theaters, they don't do marketing. Well, that's not marketing, that's advertising. Okay, it's a difference in marketing and advertising. You could actually get a bachelor's degree in advertising. You could get, of course, a bachelor's degree in marketing, right? So those are two different things. Also, Peabody is 100% right. They think if they don't see a commercial with Xbox product on it, then they're not doing marketing. They're not doing what Sony does. Well, you know what? That's why Sony can't buy a ZeniMax. They blow money and they do it the wrong way. And when you don't own anything, that means you have to share your profits, Colin. That's why you want to have ownership versus buying exclusive rights to something, because you have ownership. But Hebot is exactly right. If they turn football on and they don't see Microsoft, Xbox, they say and see one Sony commercial, they think Microsoft isn't doing any marketing. But like I said, Microsoft had Hoonigan build that Warthog. And for people that don't know, Hoonigan builds these insane automobiles that are really fast and just do crazy things. Okay, it was a Hoonigan pack for Forza Horizon, a couple of Hoonigan packs. I have them all, but just like I said, Microsoft hired Hoonigan to build that Warthog, and people didn't even see Master Chief in the background of that Microsoft Surface commercial or the software commercial. He's back there, and so is that Warthog that Microsoft had to spend $500 million on. That thing was $500,000 rather. That thing was mad expensive. And when you watch all of the documentaries,
$500,000 because some of that shit I was told that shit was plastic.
No, it's not plastic. I watched the whole thing. It's not plastic.
It's not plastic.
When you see
It
is not plastic. Hell no.
It's a real vehicle. It is a real vehicle.
It is a real.
It's not the one they did with Halo 4. Remember
No. Hey, and let me tell you about that. Yes, and let me tell you about that 100.
I don't know about this one.
Those I know all about it. Those are vehicles that they built, that fans built, and it's a lot of Halo Warthogs that were built, but they only go about 15 or 20 miles an hour, and they really just fan-made things. No, this thing is functional. They went so deep with this 100. They got this guy that won like 9 Baja races. It's where you have these off-road buggy vehicles, and he won 9 championships. They got him to test drive the Warthog that they built, and he was like, I've never driven anything with 1,000 horsepower in it. This is amazing. And that motherfucker broke it. He broke it. He made it leak oil or something, and they had to go get this thing from the sand dune and and fix it.
Environment.
But it was a test place that they went, but they couldn't drive it away because it wouldn't work. It would have burnt up.
That shit?
Man, I gotta get it to you. Vodka looked it up right away.
I don't know nothing about this.
Because you
always,
always sitting over there procrastinating and junk, man, I don't want to see that. Like, Bone, we trying to tell you something.
Flip,
how
do me
you
a
expect
favor.
to hold the mantle? No, how you expect to hold the mantle of responsibility and not know this?
Hey, Flavor, do me a favor. Fuck you.
Hey, you know, hey, Flip. You just made me remember something. Hey, listen to this. You know how everybody was. This is to 100's credit, because the reason 100 built is hold a mantle of responsibility, because he created this squad, right? All right, he got Flip Money, he got Vodka, he got Live Wires, the smartest motherfucker on the internet. Okay, but nobody know this shit. 100 is like Matt Booty. Okay, why do I say like Matt Booty? Because you know all of these insiders that know all of this shit. Matt Booty have to manage 23 teams. He can't manage 23 teams. He needs help. Oh, I hear he's having a problem managing all of these teams. I told y'all before. You have a team. It's like I told you guys about Satya Nadella, and this is a clear insult. Okay, when I said Satya Nadella can't spell games, okay, that's not his job. Satya Nadella is a CEO of a multi-trillion-dollar company. Okay, he don't have time to go over to Halo to say, hey man, what y'all doing? I want to play this game. He ain't got time for that shit. Okay, Matt Booty. Let's get to Matt Booty. So he has an interview on a Sony site, Kind of Funny Games, and they asked him a whole bunch of stupid ass questions too. And here's how Matt Booty answered, and this went all the way over those insiders' heads that think Matt Booty need help managing 23 Simple Studios. And I told you guys before, if Matt Booty needed help managing 23 studios, Matt Booty is on his way to getting fired. Okay, that's nothing. All right, now let's get to Kind of Funny asking stupid ass questions. So here's how Matt Booty answered all of these podcasters that know so much and think Matt Booty needs some help. He said, yeah, I'm coding this one game. I'm coding it all by myself. And this is what he's doing at home. He's coding a game. He's developing a game all by himself. So the Kind of Funny guys ask him, hey, is this game going to go to retail? Are you going to sell this game? He said, no, I'm just doing it, you know. And when I see other people, I don't tell them how to code. We want their vision. You know, when I see the studios, I want their vision. Then he says, yeah, it's kind of hard for me to code my game because the kids are home from school and, you know, I really can't get away all the time. You know, the kids always want something. This dude is living his life while he's managing all of these teams. That's letting you guys know, no, I don't need no fucking help. That's what he said. He said, that did not go over my head. And I tell you, man, I was cutting the grass as I listened to this shit. And I stopped and I laughed. I said, see, they talked all that shit. No, you don't work for Microsoft if you're stupid. You work for Sony if you're stupid. And I got some Sony shit to tell you how stupid Sony is too. But y'all could go.
You know what? I'm glad you say that. You're right. Why do he need help? So of course Sony do. He's not like what's the boy that made Metal Gear, but he made that weird ass game with the R. Kelly version, the piss baby in a bottle. I make a game, but I don't know the story of the game yet. I just start making the game. He says weird shit like that. The boy, whatever his name is, I don't know the Asian boy name, but the boy that made the piss bottle R. Kelly game.
You know what his punk ass name is? It's Kojima.
Oh, okay, yeah. Wait, ain't that the one that was about to get raped by about another boy? Yeah, that was the one. That's the one that was about to get snapped. But he said he's made video game, but he don't have a story mode to the game. He just makes the game and stuff. So
I don't know who.
Y'all gotta get on Matt. Yeah, he said that. Y'all get on Matt Booty, trying to get on Matt Booty about him running all these studios at Microsoft, but y'all praise somebody who make a game and don't even know what the game is about.
Yeah.
How long it was it when we found out what the game was about?
Yes. Yes.
When he showed that game,
Yep.
he did not know. He said it
He
out
didn't know
his
what the
mouth.
fuck. Hey, dude, and I watched I tried my best. He was on with another Asian lady, and he didn't know what the game. I watched this. It went on for an hour before I had to cut it off. I'm like, he don't know what he's doing. Hey, shout out to TK9. He just said he's in this bitch. That joke alive as hell. If he was up in here, we'd be clowning hardcore up in
He
here.
welcome
Okay.
to come in here anytime.
Yeah,
I
that
send him a
dude
link. I
is
don't give two fucks.
crazy as hell, boy.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I'm proud because he's the second coming of me.
Yeah, that dude is the shit, boy.
I like
Yeah,
what
I
he
heard
does.
enough from some
Coming to
Xbox
me.
guys
I
to
ain't got it no more like that.
I like to see a lot of the Xbox guys that's not taking this bullshit because I'm tired of it. I've been tired of it, but I'm
I
full
know.
of
And
shit
thing
today.
about
Though.
it, what I like about him, he's so like, I got this shit. I'm playing this shit. I can play the Switch, bitch. I can go play this and this and that. I even like his. I'm jealous. I'm jealous of his crew. Shit. Flip. We gotta find it. We gotta find a chick. We gotta find a new chick, man. We ain't got no chicks, man.
You gotta watch Flip, dude, because if she ain't
We gotta
right,
find
Flip
us
gonna go
live. We
off.
gotta find us a chick. We gotta find us a chick, man.
That nigga Flip.
I was the first one. I was the first.
Watch what you wish
one
for.
to find us a chick. We ain't got no chick on this motherfucker.
Hey, Hunter, I cannot be diplomatic because once Flip go in, boy, I have to fall back.
Chick no more.
Hey,
Because
listen,
I was the first one to do
other thing.
I ain't got no chicks no more.
Hold on, Bo. Other thing, I was told by my director, my publisher, to go last.
Hey, man.
I was told to go last.
We got. Hey, Flip, you got to find us a chick.
Hey, you know what? 100.
Y'all don't know.
Hey, 100. I disagree. Only because Flip. Hey, look, man. Let me tell. Listen.
We hang around hardcore chicks.
Okay. Well, she better be an all-star because Flip is Flip is backed by upper management. And his wife will give him the endorsement to cuss somebody smooth the fuck out. And when that happens, everybody got to fall back.
Y'all
Hey, man, I don't need none of that. Hey, it's like my boy, right? Hey, it's like.
Hey, tell the story.
No.
Say the name. But this is the first time Zeke was in a party with me.
Hey, man, look, I'm in a party with these jokers right now. I'm just meeting 100 of them. I was on with them a few times because, you know, Vodka always put people together, you know, so I'm in there hanging out right now. I know them, but I don't know these cats that well, right? So, you know, when I'm in a chat with people, I think they cool. So I immediately add them to my friends list, you know, on live, right? So I was just about to add this chick to my friends list. And that nigga Flip Money went off.
No, that was me. I didn't go.
This time it was Flip.
Oh, that was Flip.
Yes, sir. It was Flip. And I was like, oh shit. It was so quick. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? You know? So then we came 100, you booted her. Hey man, 100 looked exactly like Justin Tucker. He was white and everything. This field goal must have been about 80 yards. He kicked the shit out this bitch, kicked her smooth off the channel. And I'm like, what happened? It was like my screen went blank. I'm like, what just happened? I was just about to add her. Flip. Hell no, she ain't shit. I said, wow. Dude, that's one of the funny. Yeah, all y'all were, man. It was terrible. It was terrible, man. I felt bad like a mug. I felt terrible.
Xbox Live party. See, that's what y'all don't get.
The only reason why I did that because Baca told me to do it.
Oh shit! I almost spit my drink out. That's some good ass wine too. It probably
No,
was vodka. It was him.
no, I don't play that bullshit. I mean, with the bullshit, But
Oh
that's my
shit,
I don't y'all. I ain't here for bullshit sometime, and if I'm in the mood,
dude,
and
man, I could have
and
swore up and down. I mean,
I can tell you guys, Livewire and Flip Money has
Mhm.
uh
and while you talking about the chat, man, what you know when we jump on Live Wires is, and you know a lot of people probably don't know this because Live always stay back in the cut while we talk shit until he have something to say. But live come in as the smooth tone to it's like, hey, let's make this shit right. This is what happened, you know, and I got an experience of that this week. You know, I was like, yeah, this dude is something different.
Live think he might.
If Live don't give a fuck about you, if Live don't give two shits about you, he'll put your ass to the wolves.
Mm-hmm.
He'll love
Yeah,
it.
but I mean, I just try to be
He'll love
honest and
Yep.
fair. I'll be fair.
Yep.
I don't cuss you out. Well,
Yep.
if you ever notice, I try to, even when I'm dealing with ponies,
Yep.
I don't be coming out there calling them all kinds
Yep.
of stupid idiot, moron, and all that
Mhm.
shit. I just be like, you know, I just, you know,
Mhm.
I come at them like I want somebody to come at me. Now, if you come out like, oh, you're this and that and the third, well, then all gloves are off. Now I can talk about you, your mama, your kids. I don't give a fuck. But you know what I mean, like, but as long as we keep it kosher and all cool, copacetic, you know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm you cool with me? I'm cool with you. You know, that's how I you know look at it. But you know, these ponies, this generation, like this, you know, this is the funniest thing. A lot of people will be like, well, why are the ponies acting so damn crazy before the generation really even gets into full swing? The motherfuckers see the flood waters from a distance. They know the shit's about to get crazy.
Great
so they
point.
gonna act a goddamn fool. They like wild. They're like those animals that start barking and shit when be like, why are all the birds flying and acting crazy and the dogs and squirrels running around? That's what these fucking ponies are. Be like, yo, why they bugging? Because the flood is coming. That's what's going. That's because
I'm going to use that shit. That is the greatest analogy. They see the flood waters from a distance. They know it's time to go. You know, it's like that cat. The house is burning, and the mother go inside to get the cat, and the cat standing outside. She knew it was hot. Why would she go in there? And she don't make it out. The cat outside already. You know,
because the cat not dumb.
No,
and
animals no.
Look, this is what a lot of these ponies are doing.
Y'all talking about a cat, but what's up with that game that you can be a cat that's exclusive to PlayStation?
We talking about that tiger shit, man. Nobody talking about that.
Y'all remember that cat? That was on.
What about that game?
Y'all don't know about the game that you could be a cat?
What about the game where you could be a dragon that they got coming out?
That you could be a what?
Dragon. They got a game that Capcom is making fun of. And it's supposed to be multiplayer online, and you're a dragon.
You could be a motherfucking cat.
Oh well, hey, you know that.
Y'all didn't see on a PlayStation experience, and they talking about they're gonna have another showcase.
Oh, I remember that. You went off on that. I heard you on the podcast talk about that.
Well, hey man, you know, so a lot of them dudes is felines anyway, so you know, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, the realest one is.
I tried to be politically correct. A lot of these ponies are felines anyway.
Yeah. The realest one said it right again. The realest one said, "Yeah, the walls are closing in." That's another good one. Yeah, they closing in.
Sitting there,
yeah, they
and y'all ain't, why y'all ain't talking about straight? Why y'all ain't talking about straight? If you might be gay, it's all right. I ain't got no issue with you.
I mean, because a lot of them live that life.
You already got my man. You already got my man. You know what I'm saying? From Family Matters. You got him.
Well, I mean, because the life of a pony is a strange one. See, they live they
Yeah.
live a life where their next door neighbor got their pole planted in their wife, but yet they playing daddy to the next man's
Y'all
baby.
just got
You know what I mean? Like
Oh
that's
shit.
that's how they be
I don't
living
got
out here.
nothing. I don't got
what's my
nothing to do
man?
with Bo talking
What's
about.
Johnny
Yeah,
took
man.
Johnny took his ass. Johnny took
Yo, I don't got nothing to do with what he's
family
talking
matters.
about.
Hey,
Hell
family
yeah.
do matter. And that ain't matter. Johnny took my man's, man.
That
Johnny
nigga
I
Flip
can't
got a
even say
kid in
his name.
Canada.
Johnny took him.
I'll be damned. Hey man, hey, I was listening to TK9 show, man. I was listening to his show, and he play a lot of games that.
He's a fighting king.
Oh, you know what? I thought about that too, and I used to like fighting. We all used to like fighting games in my group, right? And I think I told y'all we would go to this one club called Rookies,
Love it back in
and
the day.
yeah, we play Mortal Kombat, and I was Scorpion. I set your
That's why
ass
I
on
failed
fire.
Spanish Mortal Kombat.
But your ass is gonna be barbecue chicken up in this mug, right? But I wasn't good enough to play at Friar Tuck's. It was this online thing that they had with some New York arcade, and you just got your ass whooped over there. But you throw your quarter down. But anyway, but I like Mortal Kombat so much. I was trying to give my daughter a superhero name, at least her middle name, so I could sneak that shit in there, right? So the only black chick on Mortal Kombat was Jade. So her middle name is Jade. And nobody knew why her name was Jade because they thought it was the stone and, this green stone, this piece of jewelry, right? But later on, I told my daughter why her name is Jade, but I wouldn't let her play Mortal Kombat because it was too violent. So she finally she said, Dad, I saw who you named me after. And I was like, yeah, Jade is bad. She'll beat your ass with that stick. Well, I didn't say ass to my daughter, but I said, yeah, she'll beat you with that stick. Yeah, even with that bow staff. But it was funny. But TK was talking all this shit about all of these old games. And I'm just like, man, I'm not going to play those games again, And it's
Like I said, I love fighting games.
No, it's not. No, not the fighting games. They play a lot of other, all those other little games too.
Yeah,
but I want to tell you this 100. I want to. I set that up to say this because they play a lot of little games. That it's like this one game that just came out that everybody is hyped on, and they say it's game of the year. Not Metroid. No, it's this other game where you have to read, and this is huh?
Among Us?
No, it just came out. It came out like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and people say it's game of the year.
I drink a lot.
On what platform?
I'm not sure, but it's. I think it's on all the platforms, and people are saying it's the game of the year. Damn, I'm forgetting the name of this game.
Don't worry about
but
it. Go ahead with the story.
But anyway, man. But anyway, and I told like 100 of them, y'all would tell me to play a game, and I'll look it up. And I'm like, I'm not playing this shit, And I told 100 of them, I was like, I'm glad y'all play these games, man, because I'm just not gonna play them anymore. So I'm looking at all of these games, and it always reminds me of a game that I played literally in 1978 or early 80s or something way back then, right? And I'm listening to TK's podcast, and they were mentioning so many games. I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? So I try and Google a few. I'm like, what is this game, right? And I'd see it, and I'm like, damn, that game looked like it's like 40 years old. I'm like, I just couldn't play that again, And I said, next time I talk to TK9, I'm going to have him Google a game called Adventure from the Atari 2600.
We ain't playing. Hell no. That's
Hey.
too fucking far.
Hey, 100. Do you know what I'm talking about, 100?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. No,
That game, hey, hold on. Hey, man, that game. Think it. Hey,
you ignorant ass bum.
Hey, listen to this. That game we played, that's all we had, right? We would play that game over and over and over again. And it was some bullshit. You know, thinking about it now, that game was trash. I mean, but we played it and played it like it was like it was Gears or some shit.
Think about the original Pitfall. We played
Pitfall Harry. Hey, Hunter, you say his whole damn name. Pitfall Harry was the shit.
The original Pitfall never end.
Hold on, bro. I'm about to bring him something real quick. Remember what you just said? You said you was playing that game and you stood back and you thought about, you're like, but that game was bullshit. It was corny as fuck. But we
no, that's today.
That shit.
Man, we played it forever. We thought it was dope back then, no Flip.
No, but see, my whole point is, think about it. That's how the ponies feel. So when they eyes open up and they realized that they was playing a bullshit ass game the whole goddamn time, they said, fuck it. We got that hate on Microsoft because we've been playing this bullshit ass game the whole time when they've been playing greatness. That's how
they said we gotta sell this shit. You know, we gotta make people. Here's what. Let me piggyback off what you're saying. We have to make them think that God of War without this jump button is a great action game. Yeah, all right, motherfucker. Okay, I'm like, all right.
Exactly.
And then the enemy AI is what I always tell people about God. I love the God of War story. I can listen to people talk about God of War and all of the gods all day. But when I see them fighting and then Kratos is rowing this boat across this hard ass water that don't move, I'm like, dude, this shit turns me the fuck off right here. I'm like, what are you doing in this hard ass water? I thought this shit looked so great. Man, hard ass water. Like, come on, man.
Hey, in January, I'm gonna play God of War. I played it already, but I'm gonna play it again. I'm gonna play it on the screen.
Man, he about think he the only one. He about, do you know I'll whoop your ass in Missile Command? Man, Congo Bongo and Missile Command were two of the greatest games of all time.
No,
that shit.
Y'all missing on the Atari 2600.
Dude, that River Raid was the shit.
River Raid was the first. What they call it now?
TK9 play that shit.
Yeah. What's River
Raid?
River Raid is the first. What they call that with that genre now? That would you
hey,
you got to go back to the beginning.
Roguelike.
That's the
fucking Lemon taught me that shit.
Yeah, that's the fucking roguelike.
And see, TK9 said they thought not being able to jump was cool. No, it's not. That shit ain't cool, man. I mean, that is not cool to not be able to jump in a game like God of War when Ninja Gaiden is doing a Zunu drop on your ass. You know, no, dog. That wasn't cool. I ain't like none of that. None of that.
Y'all
yeah,
saying,
man. But
y'all saying we having a Xbox live conversation. This is what we do on our Xbox Live. We talk about multiple things. We off topic. We don't have no topics. That's what
well, you know what? Let's get on to that Forza.
Let's do it.
I ain't saw Forza. I really
get on it live. Let live go. Go ahead, live. Get them. Because I saw it. Go ahead.
I saw scripts of it. I saw like stuff on Twitter, but I haven't really saw Forza. So go.
Oh, they just released the shit for Digital Foundries, and they said it was blown away. They said it was for them. It was a hard. They said it'll be interesting to see what mode you choose, which is 30 frames versus 60. Even though the 60 obviously feels better than the 30, but the 30 has enhancements on it that are that make it feel.
They're both 4K.
Well,
hold on, Live. Let's go back to what you just said, Live. What do you mean it'll be interesting to see between 30 and 60? What do they?
That's no choice.
That's alien language right there. I don't understand that.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Now you learn to Flip.
No, and my ass is from another planet, so I'm trying to figure out what the fuck are they talking about. Like, I don't understand
that. They were saying for certain features that are in quality mode, Now they said the 60 feels excellent, is locked, but it has more of a game type feel versus, they said the 30 has a true cinematic type feel, like if you're watching it in a movie or something like that. They
Okay,
said the
hold
way
on,
it
hold on,
looked,
hold on, hold on, hold on.
the way it
And he
looked,
tried to say
like
it
you're
was
watching it in a movie.
also gamic.
Well, yeah, he said gamic versus filmic. That's what he just
Yeah.
Right. So, but it's a fucking game. You're supposed to have a gaming feel to it. What are they talking about?
Okay.
This is not
Hey.
Sony.
Okay, live and Flip. Here's what happened. They can't say anything about it. They really, really can't, because both modes are in 4K. And when they were saying 30 frames per second, what it was a subliminal jab, and a jab attempt at the game, while they said it was 30 frames per second. Because like I told my boy Ramo some time ago, when Forza Horizon came out, I had been playing Forza Motorsport 7 over and over and over and over and over again. Okay. And when you're playing something at 60 frames per second like that on the Xbox One X, that people thought the Xbox One era was terrible, when we had Xbox One X and 60 frame per second games, when Forza Horizon 4 came out at 30 frames per second, I couldn't take it. I didn't like it. I had to actually stop playing Forza for a long time in order to get into Horizon, because you could feel the 30 frames per second drop. You could feel it. And I would never do that again. So 60 frames per second is straight. And what I'm hoping they don't do is bring the next Forza out at 120 frames per second, because then it'll sour me to playing Forza Horizon ever again, if it's that much of a difference. But they tried to, in live, did you see it where they slowed the camera down, and honestly, man, they found this little speck way off in the distance that they said, if I wanted to nitpick, I'd talk about this right here. And it was so far off in the distance, and it was less, it was the smallest
You're
speck.
talking about the streaming line. Well, that's all.
Whatever.
They have a streaming
There
line.
we go. Now that's what I'm talking about. That's the digital foundry I know.
So what they were saying is, when you have it in 60, when you have it in 60, when you have it in 60, the streaming line is closer up than it is when in 30. So it's further back in the in the shot, so you don't see popping, like you see like where certain foliage pops in and whatever, or shadow. It's mostly the shadows that you see popping, not so much the foliage. But yeah, that's so. I mean, but that's an all game. That's like that's an all game. It was in what's that the game I was watching? Not God of War.
Like he about to say they try to downplay it on the level.
Hey, I was just about to say that. He was alluding to just what you were saying, Flip.
Hey, Flip, keep it a buck. What I've been talking about the last two generations. What Microsoft has.
Oh, I thought you was about to say about the ponies. How
What they have.
Watching the Xbox.
I
don't know. Microsoft
they got the best upscaling motherfucking chip in. They got one of the best upscaling chips.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Nobody want to talk about that one.
No, they don't want to say shit about it.
But they gave the S-Mac mad props. They said basically
they had to.
It's 1080p, but it's totally identical.
I don't give a fuck about fucking digital fuckery.
Oh no, but Hunter, like I keep telling you, we hate digital. Hey, I don't like Digital Foundry so much now. I won't leave a comment. I won't send it to anyone. I won't do shit. But one thing I will do is I'll call their ass out on a show like this. Because people,
I ain't gotta call them out because
no, but you do. No, but Hunter,
the people going
They got to be. they got to be called off by somebody.
Absolutely.
Somebody got to do it.
Hey,
We may
just
not do it, but somebody got to do it.
somebody got to do it, and those motherfuckers might as well be us. Period. Just like your boy Stephen A. Smith. No, just like Stephen A. Smith. I subscribe to Kwame Brown just because he calls Stephen A. Smith out, because nobody would. Stephen A. Smith ain't shit. Okay, he ain't shit. Somebody got to call these motherfuckers
you can
out.
use the word now, Bo. You can say it now. You can say what he is. I don't even know shit about sport, but I know one thing about Stephen A. Smith. You can say it, Bo.
Yeah, he full of bullshit. But
He ain't shit.
He's a fucking coon.
But he is a coon. That nigga's a coon.
He is. He is. Hey, hold on, Connor. Let me jump in. And you know how he always say, and I'm a black man, motherfucker. You don't represent no nigga I know, because we all know you ain't shit. Okay, and I say that in some of the comment section. I say, and I'm a black man, and Stephen A. Smith, you don't represent no black person I know. None. Hey, speaking of bullshit, like my boy Ramo jumped in to see, this is some shit I have to write down. He said, could you imagine if Halo took the jump button out of the game? Could you imagine how people would destroy them? It wouldn't be great then.
People got mad because they put sprint in the game.
I'm talking about in reference to God of War taking the jump button out of God of War. If you took that jump button out of Halo, man, people would pass out and say how Microsoft, the game is unfinished and all this old stupid ass shit.
Zeke, I don't really like to talk about no $9 billion franchises. They $9 billion franchises.
Great point.
You can go sit there. They $9 billion franchises. Give me a $1 billion franchise from Sony.
Great point.
Send me a $1 billion franchise and I'm bringing that shit.
Great point.
I'm talking Gran Turismo, but you ain't got a $1 billion franchise. So
I got something. I got something. I'm gonna cuss Vaca out right after live wire's finished. I think he got something to say.
I mean,
fire up,
this is how you can tell. This is how you can tell they ain't got a $1 billion franchise. They ain't got no books or none of that. They talk about how great the God of War, how great Ratchet and Clank, how great Nathan Drake, how great Horizon Zero Dawn, how great Ghost of Tsushima. If it's so fucking great, where the fuck are y'all books?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I'm just saying, Halo got novels after novels. Gears got novels on top of novels.
Yes,
I'm just
with
saying.
Real writers. They hired real writing teams to write this shit. Hey, let's get
there. Where's the other merchandise? You can go get Halo toys in Walmart right now. Ain't no Nathan Drake toys out there.
Yeah, where that shit at?
Book bag, one's box, lunchbox.
Fuck that shit.
They ain't no outfit for Halloween to dress up as anybody. No God of War, nothing.
Halo Drake.
I'm just saying, you ain't lying. You say that shit again, Lyle. Say that shit again. Where's your Nathan Drake lunchbox at? Your Nathan Drake Lunchables at? Where that at? That's
where that shit at?
Instead, hold on. Instead, Baka gonna say I'm a motherfucker. But instead, you got motherfuckers like Crap who tattoo $1 billion franchise on their arm, give the war. But yet, the company you went to, like a little bitch and said Sony owns me and shit, didn't give you shit.
As long as it wasn't a tramp stamp, it's not that bad.
Nothing.
Tramp stamp would be bad.
I don't get that. You don't even listen. You're right. Now listen here, Lyle. They don't even got a fucking Nathan Drake spoon. What the fuck? Nigga, like, what are we doing? Nothing. Nothing. Y'all know, Nick, go ahead. Name some of their franchises. Name some of their franchises. And I'm telling you they don't got
nothing.
I'm telling you they don't got that shit.
No, they got Astro Plays Room.
Hey man, hey, you know what? Hey, you know what? I'm about to do something unprecedented. I'm gonna call myself out. I ain't shit. Okay, because I came on here and I dogged out Jez Gordon before, and rightfully so, because Rand trying to say, and Jez, you're the Gears guy, and all Jez talk about is fucking Pokemon. Okay, just listen to him; he'll tell you what he plays.
You know
Okay,
why? You know why?
Mhm.
You know why he
Well-
talk about Poke Eat Man? Pay attention. Pay attention.
Hey,
Yeah,
Flip, great point. Great
maybe
point.
he want to get poked, man. So I
Great,
don't know.
great point. Hey, so let me finish calling myself out, right? So Rand is over here talking all of this shit about how, because they'll listen to Phil Spencer when it's convenient for their narrative, right? So Phil says, oh, we need games for kids, right? Okay. So everybody jumped, that want to poke at Phil and say, yeah, Phil said they need more kids games. So Rand is saying, hey, we need more of Microsoft needs some more kid friendly games. Well, Rand, Pokemon is not Pokemon. Once again, Minecraft is the world's biggest game. Period. Well, I saw a kid at the mall with a Minecraft sword in his backpack walking through the mall. This kid had to be 2 years old walking around with damn Minecraft sword.
What? Say it again.
It's this Minecraft sword, man, and he had this shit in his back. Okay, so anyway, so I shot at Jez Gordon a lot, right? So I gotta call myself out because Jez be coming up with some shit. So Jez said this to Rand. Jez said, Roblox is a Microsoft exclusive, right? And they don't tout this. Man, you can't get stock in Roblox. It's too damn expensive. Okay? That shit is through the roof. All right? I mean, and it's only on Xbox. When he
Yo, they
said
got
that,
a
I was,
whole section in GameStop, nothing but Roblox
bruh,
cards on there.
ain't it?
I
That shit crazy.
With the
That shit
vodka,
crazy, bro.
with the vodka
Yeah,
that
ain't
brought
it?
that shit to my attention. I never knew that. I'm like, wait a minute, what?
Me either.
It's like Roblox
So,
is only on
hey,
Xbox.
so Flip, Jazz threw that
Yeah.
curveball there, and I was like, damn, I got to get off this motherfucker. I'm slapping him and shit, and he'll come up with different things like that, and I'm like, damn, he
My son
shut his
showed
ass up.
my son showed me the other day when we was out here, because we went to Disneyland on Sunday for my nephew's birthday. He showed me it's a spot on on Roblox that's adult only, and it's people making
I believe that.
models of naked stuff. I'm like,
I
what the
believe that.
hell is? I'm like,
Hey, man.
I can
Hey,
sign.
the-
I can sign.
Hey, dude, this chat is going crazy.
I
No,
can
what we
sign on to what Bone saying, and I'm gonna tell you this why. Everybody know Vodka, as he like to say, Fearless Leader is a robot fanatic. She like playing on PC, and it's what it is. I heard her
Hey.
snap like, yo, man, why you inside here? Cause I'm, not cursing, but I'm just, paraphrasing. Why the hell you inside my house? I pay this house. I said, why not make another house? She said, I'm not doing that. You know how long it took me to buy all my stuff in my house? And I'm sitting there looking at her like, this is Roblox. And I'm looking like, because one time somebody was playing music, I'm like, yo, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Now, mind you, she was younger. She was like 12. I'm like, what are we doing here? 12, 11. Like, what are we doing here with this? Like, no, I don't want you. She's like, I'm not playing that. That's somebody keep coming in my house. You know what I'm saying? Disrespecting me, playing music and stuff. I said, you know what?
Dude, hey, leave her alone.
Yeah, exactly. I had to walk away like, hold on.
You have
I
to.
didn't know Roblox was that big. I didn't know it was like that.
Me either. Me either. But when Jazz said that shit.
Shout out to my LG. My man LG told me, he was like, hey, it's a part of Roblox that's section off. And I'm like, he said, you got Roblox downloaded. I said, I don't play no goddamn, just because I got it downloaded don't mean I'll play that shit. He plays it when he over here.
You know what would be crazy? what would be crazy?
But
and
he's
what would
six.
be
He's
fucked up
6'1".
if
He's
Microsoft
6'1".
if
He's
Microsoft buy
180 now.
Roblox.
So shit. Yeah.
Mhm.
You hear what I'm
Yeah.
saying,
And he's
Bo?
6'1".
You know what would be crazy
Mhm.
if Microsoft buy Roblox.
Hey
That
man,
would
the
be
chat is on
It
fire,
might.
dude. And you know,
what's
like
going on in the chat.
Live was talking about the books, and like Ramos said, "Where's the God of War sword?" And then Six Slayer, I think it was Six Slayer said, "They don't. Do they sell a God of War axe? You know, you don't do that shit.
I'm about to ask
Where's that shit at? You know, where's that shit?" And the realest one, you know, is right. He said Roblox is $83, but you can't play options on Roblox. And Roblox is worth like
Like 45
40
billion or
billion
something
or
like that.
50 billion or some shit like that.
Damn,
Yeah,
I didn't know
so
that.
Damn.
I
yeah,
ain't
it's
I
never
didn't
mad
know
knew that.
that.
expensive, dude.
I
That shit
Yeah, I
never
mean,
is
knew
up
because
that.
there.
it's a platform like Minecraft.
Yeah, man,
Hey,
that
Except
hey,
shit ain't
for
no
except for
joke.
they
they
got a
just have
Bitcoin or
way
something.
more
Shit, I need a
freedom in there to
Bitcoin
do
out of
whatever.
that shit or something.
Yeah, but
Put
at
it in
least you could
Bitcoin.
play options
Oh,
on
so that's
Bitcoin, but
why.
you
Yeah, because
cannot play
That
options on
if you
that's
Roblox.
looking for
why.
some crazy shit, you can
That's
find it
why
up
you
in
get
there.
okay.
Mhm.
Right. Because listen here, believe it or not, and I seen it, Roblox City is big. Like, think about this. Y'all see how I went around in GTA? I got clubs and all that stuff. Roblox got that. She even watched she used to watch the Roblox channel of the dude, and they was Roblox is I didn't know it was that damn diverse
Me either.
more than the other game, the other little game or whatever. I did not know it was that
Minecraft?
goddamn diverse. Yeah, the Minecraft.
Yeah.
Because the guy, they would have you could make your own game in that game. They would play
No,
like
Minecraft is bad,
Five
dude.
Nights,
No,
like what
no,
is it?
Flip.
Five Nights of Freddy or whatever, and inside Roblox. Yo, it's like the world is fucking ridiculous. I didn't know it was that
Hey,
the city.
Flip.
You got cities in that game.
Hey, Flip. Minecraft is the same. It's maybe worse. My daughter, when she was younger, she I came downstairs and you know she sometimes she want to play on my TV, so she's playing on my TV and playing Minecraft, and she's sad, and I'm like, pretty girl, what's the problem? And she said, oh, Dad, I just learned a bad lesson. She said, I built my fireplace out of wood and I came back and my house burned down. And I said, what did you learn? It's like wood is flammable, Dad, and I shouldn't have built my fireplace out of wood. So, you know, if you make a mistake, dog, it could cost you your crib. Burned her house down.
Why she make the house out of brick? She should have built the house
Yeah,
out
well,
of brick, yo.
hey man, she was younger. She learned that valuable lesson, though. You know, hey.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Right.
We've
Okay.
been on for
yeah.
about damn near 2 hours, man. We got to get off this motherfucker. We can
Yeah.
talk with
I
this
heard
rest of
that.
this shit on Xbox.
Yeah, so
I'm up.
Great show.
I'll
I'm
be
up.
jumping into. Or go ahead and do our
Oh
outro.
shit, Livewire is gonna. I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna get me one more drink of this Cabernet Sauvignon, and I'm gonna join you motherfuckers on this chat.
And I can't even spell that shit. So y'all follow everybody on this motherfucker. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
gonna go to sleep on the party watch. He's gonna go to sleep on the party. I guarantee you.
I did that shit last night. Shut up.
Yeah, I know. Shut up. Exactly. Now you know why I
did it last night. I was tired, though.
Hey
No,
man,
you
well
wasn't
I
tired
agree.
shit.
I went
Hey
to
man,
work
but you know what,
yesterday,
man?
See,
Shout out to your chat,
I
100.
Yeah.
Shout
I
out to
went to
your
work
chat. Your
yesterday.
chat was
You
the
didn't go
shit.
to work, but I went to work. But shout out everybody to the chat. I appreciate
Yep.
everybody that's gonna watch this. Everything. You don't got to hit the like button. I don't give a fuck if you hit the dislike button. We just don't care. We just gonna give you our preference.
Yeah, man. Shout out to that Joker, Sean, because that's the greatest quote in sports. That Joker said, "Hey, you pawnies, you know what to do. Hit that motherfucking dislike button and get the fuck out of here." That shit funny as
like I said, y'all
hell.
can catch
God.
me next. We ain't done. We're just gonna go on Xbox Live and we do after
That's
party.
Stoopy's nephew.
So you can bring your ass on here.
Stoopy's
and,
nephew right there.
All right, man. Well, I'm gonna pour me one more drink.
While you're traveling to
And
a
we
quarter
about
right
to gonna
now.
have a good conversation. And
Yeah, I'm
we're
gonna
gonna
jump
have
on
good
this
fun.
shit too.
And
yeah.
Pony, tell your mother I love him. I'm out. And like I said, shout out to, like I said, y'all can. Somebody said I couldn't do a podcast without cussing. I did one. Shut the fuck up.
No, you stupid.
Peace.
All right. All right. So I'm about to cuss. Oh, wait. All right. So I'm gonna do my outro. Yo, Bone, what the fuck? What are you doing?
I cut it off. Nigga, you didn't say nothing.
Oh, this nigga.
He cut it off.
I ain't cut
It's
it off.
still
I ain't
on.
cut it off yet. I ain't cut
Do
it
your
off.
outro live.
I ain't cut it off yet. It's no.
All right.
No.
So
I
anyway,
ain't cut it off yet.
I'm laughing at the ponies about how they got to play old ass Grand Theft Auto 3.
Oh shit.
That shit funny
I
as
want to talk
hell.
about that too.
Those motherfuckers was crying.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
yeah, we
you
forgot
get
about
Grand
that.
Theft Auto 3 and they get San Andreas because you's a bitch. That's why. Shut the fuck up, you bitch.
It's coming to game, man.
Hang on. Hey,
It's
Flip.
coming to game, man.
Hey, Flip. What's that song? What I hate with the kids come in and they play that. This is something. I'm gonna turn that shit to "You's a bitch."
And then on top of it, they stay to play, which is all multi-plats. And then Xbox got their anniversary celebration. You get trumped again. Yeah, it's a sad winter. It's a cold winter for you motherfuckers.
And yo,
When
man,
it's cold outside,
yo,
PlayStation, who you fooling?
yo, get your ass in the party.
Oh
Yo,
shit.
you know only black guys I know that wear red glasses. You know what I'm saying? Get your ass in the party.
You wear red glasses.
We did not stop.
You Dracula wearing red glasses.
He called that dude a Dracula.
Hey, Mr. Keenan, man, stop being shy, man. Y'all better stop being little punks and come to the party and shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
y'all
man.
want to come in the party, man. I ain't no star.
Yeah, Hunter, when you cut that shit out, you are the fucking star. You are the holder of the mantle of responsibility. Cut that shit out.
He don't know.
I am the man of responsibility.
I'm playing my mind game with him, so he don't know which way he's going.
Shit.
Hey, we out this shit. I'm about to get in the party.
Peace, fellas. See y'all on the chat.
All right.
Start a party, you bitch ass
Yep.
motherfucker.
I did.